Hello, meatbags. It would seem that pedophiles are trying to get into the LGBTQ community, and who could blame them? It would seem that progressives have bitten off more than they can chew. And if you think that pedophiles and the gay community is appalling, then you have a good head on your shoulders. Even in the gay community, they see these people as disgusting. However, it would seem that the progressives can't see what they're doing in order to attract these kind of people. It's called child indoctrination, and we're going to take a couple of good videos on this. However, before we start, let's get into the indoctrination territory and why the progressive community are attracting this kind of filth to them, and why they believe that they are a part of said community. When you try instead to get rid of the quote-unquote gender binary in schools, it just comes to show you just how retarded you're trying to be. When one school tries to ban shorts, however, tells the male students they could wear skirts and spandex shorts. That's a little uneasy to hear. Then we got the case of Desmond is Amazing, a 10-year-old who is a drag queen. Let me say that again. A drag queen at the age of 10 years old. You tell me that this video right here doesn't give you an uneasy feeling on why you think pedophiles thinks it's okay to be in the LGBT community.
What's like a stereotype of a boy?
That is the face of a man who just adores his wife's daughter.
Hey dude, man! What's up? It's not the meat. Oh! Damn, cool.
Oh, my back! I threw out my back!
Hold on. There we go. Continue.
I need your name, your gender identity, and your preferred pronouns.
What?
When you look at these kids, they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. And because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, it's easier to manipulate them with their explanation.
I don't know what the last two are.
Riley, do you know what gender is?
Well, the term gender is coined by John Money, a psychologist who took advantage of a boy who had a circumcision accident and was accidentally lopped off his penis. So he told the family to change the boy into a girl and tried to psychologically turn the boy into a girl, which didn't happen. Later ended up causing the suicide of both the brothers because the psychologist took naked pictures of them and a whole bunch of other shit that just explains a shit ton of why pedophiles just want to become part of the LGBTQ community.
Something you identify with that people call you.
Oh my god, one sentence and you fucked it up. You 5 goddamn words and you found a way.
See, you're in the ballpark.
No!
I like to think I understand a little bit of it.
You don't.
Do you know what makes a boy and what makes a girl a girl?
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
I don't know.
She said her lines. Can she eat now, please?
What are boy things?
Strong, fearless.
Oh yeah, let me, a full grown-ass woman, arm wrestle my adolescent boys who haven't hit puberty yet. How about you fucking arm wrestle me, bitch? I will put you through the fucking table. I will annihilate your fucking skull. I will bring pain like the world has never seen before upon you.
I'll obliterate you!
Oh.
Like I said before, adolescent son, give him a few years and watch him throw your ass out the window. But watch as puberty makes him into a powerhouse, because a boy becomes a man and men typically are stronger than women. You have achieved nothing to explain to him what gender is, basically saying that you're overpowering him because you're a woman and he's an adolescent boy, meaning he's not a man. He could be very well be a woman in disguise. That is just insane.
Boom! So clearly that doesn't work.
Oh my god.
What does it mean to be a boy?
Boys have a penis.
You act annoying and rude.
You know, I actually like this girl. She's quite adorable. She's the funniest part of this whole fucking video. I'm not lying on that.
Dance like a boy.
Oh my
God! They used to think that the only favorite colors girls could have was pink and purple. But I've never had pink as my favorite color.
Right.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
On your body, what do you have that I don't have?
So you're actually teaching them the right way.
Oh.
What is that?
I can't say it! Junk wiener.
So if a person with a wiener says, hey, I'm a girl,
What's wrong with you?
what is that person?
Crazy!
A girl. A boy. A female.
Behold, gender identity.
As you can plainly see, these kids don't believe a fucking word this woman is spewing, or any of these people are spewing, because they have what is called common fucking sense. But these people, these parents, will drill it into their brains until they'll actually believe this bullshit. That is manipulation. That is a form of child indoctrination. Repeating it constantly over and over and over again, reassuring to the kids that this is how it works, this is right, and that the kid will eventually believe it.
When did you find out if I was a boy or a girl?
Maybe 15 minutes after you were born. But as I'm learning, that was just the sex you were born. That doesn't mean that's the gender you're going to
I am
to
not
be.
a boy.
How do you know? And this isn't a trick question.
I just know.
You just know.
You shouldn't have to think about it twice.
No. But what if, like, society is telling you you can't? If I was always just, you can't be a girl, you can't be a girl your whole life, you think you would be like, oh,
I would
maybe I'm not
say,
a girl?
Mommy, I'm gonna stay at your house.
Someone give this girl a fucking medal for Savage of the Year.
So I think that there's people that feel like society's telling them they can't be what they feel they are, so they do second guess.
Citation needed. Citation fucking needed.
When I was little, people used to call me tomboy, and that didn't really fit because it wasn't something that I called myself.
Look at what you are wearing. No sane woman other than a butch lesbian would wear that. Or a tomboy.
Like, I felt like a little boy when I was little. And then when I was 12 and I found out that I was supposed to be a girl and that girl meant certain things, it was kind of scary to me.
Don't fucking lie to your own children that they can't pave their own way on how to live their own life, like they have to live how society wants them to live. This is another form of manipulation to where you put kids in a box that they think they have to be in, so they have to go by the way you think they should run their lives. So it's a fucking paradox of taking them out of a box and putting them into another fucking box.
What if you forgot if you were a boy or a girl?
There are people who don't really identify as a boy or a girl. They're in that middle space.
No, there isn't, and no, there isn't. It's highly impossible.
So you could be superwoman, like really girly, or super manly, and then there's probably a lot of us that are just kind of floating somewhere in the middle. Because am I super girly?
Yeah,
Sort of.
I can't answer that.
Lady, try as you might, you're not getting through them. They're not even listening to a word you're fucking saying. They're just sitting there and just saying yes and no and trying to answer the right way. That's what all these kids are doing.
When you went to kindergarten, you went by she, her.
Yeah.
And you wore dresses, and some people said
They wanted me to be a different gender.
they didn't want you to be a girl.
I don't know. People were being mean. Now I'm they them.
Now you're they, them.
Oh. Oh, you're one of those fucking parents, huh? The ones that forced their sons into dresses and sent their ass to school knowing kids were going to fucking make fun of them. You caused that problem. You caused him to get bullied when you put a boy in a fucking dress and sent his ass to public school. How the hell did you not realize he was going to be bullied? Are you out of your fucking mind? In pushing your own agenda, you are ruining your son's social life. And why not now is he in a dress? Why now is he saying that he's a they and them? Is it because he doesn't feel like he's a girl, or maybe doesn't want to be called a girl? Maybe he wanted to be called what he really is, a fucking boy? But no, fuck how he wants to be. You want to run his fucking life because you think for him.
People should call you your actual gender. They, them, she, her, he, him, or none.
As we clearly see, the indoctrination has already hit these two children because of their mother, who thinks and feels progressive thought, who sent her son in a dress and told him to be called a her and a girl by his classmates who knew he was a boy. That in turn turned to bullying. There is no other situation other than the fact that it's the mother's fault that happened. These two kids are going to be in a downward slope of life because of their mother's actions. Now, throughout the video, there has been word manipulation, and to the point where they indoctrinate it because they say it's cool, it's awesome, you should try it. That's how you get people into trying your things. That's how you indoctrinate children. Children are the ones who are manipulated the most, who are easily manipulatable. That and adolescent adults who go to college who just got out of high school. Now let's get back on track with pedophilia who want to be in the LGBTQ community. In the next version on why pedophiles think that the LGBTQ community is a safe haven for them, where in the next video that this channel cut, parents explain to their children about sex toys. If you were uncomfortable during the first video, strap your asshole in because you're gonna get even more uncomfortable.
Alright, let's fucking do this! I'm not afraid to die!
Now let me start off by saying, should we talk to our kids about sex? Yes, we should. However, there is a definite fine line to tread when you talk about this situation. Talking about the birds and the bees, and then you get curious and you masturbate. That's totally fine. Then you get this video when it goes into depth to your 9-year-old fucking child on how to masturbate, what you use, and etc.
A guy might put some lotion on his hand, right? And he'll take his penis and like hold it in his hand. Watch. Okay? And then he might like move his hand up and down like this.
Where
Shake
would
it
the
around.
penis go, Mom?
In the hand.
That is a little uncomfortable. And the reason why this is progressive, mainly millennial progressives, are trying to normalize sex and masturbation. However, they don't put a definite line of where we need to stop or where we need to begin. Where they want to begin is the age of 5 to teach kids about consent. This is how you attract sickos. When sickos and perverts can abuse your system of progressive thought. Case in point, bathroom situations. If you can't see the harm, then you are only going by your emotions and wanting to look good. Take in the case of a 16-year-old who almost was raped in the woman's bathroom because someone tried to break in. If it wasn't for her father stopping him, she would have been raped.
Masturbation.
You kind of do it a lot.
Do girls do it?
Yeah, remember I said your big sissy did it quite a bit when she was little, and I had to explain to her to do it in her room.
There's like a little thing that's called the clitoris, and you can touch it and kind of stimulate your body, and it makes you feel good.
Oh my God! Stop!
Because this looks kind of like a finger, right?
Yep.
So I imagine they would probably do it like what they would.
This is to hit something called the G-spot. This is to simulate an erect penis, right?
Yeah.
Right? A hard penis. That's why you don't need a boy. You can get a penis anywhere.
Put your fingers over here.
How uneasy are you right now? Pretty uneasy? Good, because we're continuing this train wreck. The reason why I'm not talking over this or giving my few thoughts is if you feel uneasy, you know this is kind of wrong. I'm not saying you should talk about sex and masturbation to your kid. However, the fine line should be masturbation is normal and human, and that's where it should be cut off. You don't give them a fucking flow chart of events of what you can do with masturbation. That's when you go a little too fucking far.
The boys usually just rub themselves like this. You see this little tiny hole in here? Oh my God. They kind of, it's like a little liquid that comes out from them.
Some people call it like jizz.
What the?
I didn't know.
That could be called cum or sperm or ejaculation. So this will go on like this. At least I'm assuming. I have never had a penis personally.
Have you ever masturbated before?
You see how angry you are right now? See how uneasy you are feeling? Well, YouTube thinks it's perfectly fine for children to watch this. However, PragerU wasn't. A channel that provides studies from academics from Harvard professors to YouTubers, giving us a wide range of studies to look upon with evidence backing it up. That wasn't right for children, so it was restricted. However, Cut can produce children indoctrination videos, but they too also get age restricted. But when the heat dies down, when no one is looking, they unrestrict it and let them continue with their work, and even put them in the trending page. We see them continue on and on and on with censoring anyone that holds a counterpoint to the progressive stack and even the new liberal stacked. But you know why people get very uneasy about this? It's because you shouldn't explain sex toys and masturbation to a child. Because you are falling into pedophilic territory here. And it's not too far-fetched when pedos are trying to gain ground in the LGBTQ community. And there's no doubt the biggest reason behind all this is because of the progressive agenda. when you are trying to teach children about sex, having sex, and even consenting to have sex at the ripe old age of 5, there's going to be problems of real disgusting perverts that want to push their own causes and their own agendas. Progressives are the sole cause of perverts taking advantage of their own agendas, even using progressive language to justify their ungodly behavior, calling themselves trans age and age fluid. It's fucking sickening. And it's not just that. It's them using transgender language of being non-binary. A man puts a bow in his hair, he's automatically a woman, so he can use the woman's bathroom. If you do not see the consequences of the actions, you only talk about it because you think only one side is going to be held accountable. That's the same thing with censoring. The only ones who brought this on themselves is progressive liberals, who welcome these kind of people to their doorstep in the form of them saying they are part of a marginalized group, that love is love, and they're wrong. We need to stop talking to children under the age of legal sex. When I was told about sex, I was in the 7th and 8th grade. That's when hormones start kicking in. That is the definite age where we should start. That is in the 14 and 16 range. That's perfectly normal. Hell, I say we should start more in the 9th grade and high school years. But what do I know? I'm just a robot.
You what?
So, I'm sorry for the uneasy feeling I gave you all. I will see you meatbags in the next video.